Okay, so the first thing that you need to know about me is I am not British. I'm also not American. I'm South African, but I don't live in South Africa. I live in Antalya in Turkey, and I spend a lot of time running around Italy because, well, it's Italy. Who doesn't want to be in Italy, right? But today we're going to talk about something very interesting. It's about British slang versus American slang. So which one is cooler? And I'm kind of neutral because, like I said, I'm not British and I am not American. Okay. But I really want to dive into this age-old debate of is British slang cooler than American slang? So, first question to kick things off, which slang phrase do you think is British? And is it A, gobsmacked, B, chuffed, C, wicked, or D, all of the above? Okay, so comment your answer below and stay tuned because today we're covering 10 British slang phrases, what their meanings, how to use them, and you know what, how they compare to their American counterparts. And also stick around for a surprising fun fact about me. Spoiler alert, it involves tea and how I drink it in the most un-British way possible. If you're ready, let's get started. So let's start with 3 British slang phrases you need to know. First one on the list is gobsmacked, and gobsmacked means shocked or amazed. So how do we use this? I was gobsmacked when I got a promotion. Shocked, amazed. I didn't expect it. Why? Maybe because I'm lazy. Now, what would Americans say? Think about it for a moment. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, Americans might say blown away. So, British would say I was gobsmacked when I got the promotion, and Americans would say I was blown away when I got the promotion. And fun fact here, the word gob is a slang for mouth. So gobsmacked means your mouth is smacked open from shock. Gobsmacked. Fun fact, gob is slang for mouth. So gobsmacked or blown away, which one do you prefer? Let me know in the comments below. Join this conversation, guys. Number 2 on the list is chuffed. Chuffed means very pleased or happy, and South Africans use this one. They use it very, very often, very common, and they say, I'm absolutely chuffed with my exam results. So that's your British for you. I'm chuffed. But what would Americans say? Yeah, Americans would say that they are stoked or they are thrilled. So British would say chuffed. Americans would say they stoked or they thrilled. Now, when was the last time you felt chuffed about something? Comment your answer. Come on, share with me. So, chuffed, British English, stoked, American English, thrilled, American English. Which one do you prefer? And number 3 on today's list is fancy a cuppa. Fancy a cuppa. Well, this is water, so it doesn't really work, but fancy a cuppa. So, would you like a cup of tea? It's cold outside. Fancy a cuppa. All right, so that's British English. Fancy a cuppa. Would you like a cup of tea? What would Americans say? Well, first of all, I don't think they're going to offer you tea. They'll probably offer you some coffee. So they'd say, want some coffee? Or maybe want some Starbucks. Now, in the UK, also in South Africa, tea is more than a drink. It's a lifestyle. But, you know, I have to admit, I don't do it the proper way. But more about that later. Okay, so yeah, when it comes to the English, even South Africans, there's this huge British influence because we were a colony. We used to be a colony. We aren't any longer. People love tea. And there's a wonderful hotel called the Oyster Box that does English high tea. It's amazing. It's amazing. It really is an experience. And you can see that on my travel channel because I was in South Africa recently and I did the high tea and it was amazing. Okay. Now, if you're ready, let's move on to some slang that's full of personality. Okay, knackered. Knackered. So, what does knackered mean? I've been working on this channel for 12 hours. I am knackered. It means I'm completely exhausted. I'm knackered after working a 12-hour shift. I'm knackered after cleaning the house all day. I'm knackered. All right, that's the British. What would Americans say? They would say, I'm beat. I'm wiped out. All right, so whether you're knackered, whether you are beat, whether you are wiped out, you are completely exhausted. Okay, and you know what? Many Brits use this after a long day. They say that they are knackered. I'm knackered. I'm exhausted. So that's a warning. I'm knackered. Leave me alone. Just want to chill with a cup of tea and a biscuit. All right. Ooh, number 5. I know that you guys have heard this because you've probably heard of Gordon Ramsay, right? Yeah. And he uses this all the time in his show, on his videos. He keeps saying this, bloody hell, bloody hell. And I love the way he says it. And if you watch Beverly Hills Housewives, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills or whatever it's called, and there's Lisa Vanderpump, and she also likes to say bloody hell, and they say it with that beautiful British accent. And what does bloody hell mean? Well, it's an exclamation of surprise or frustration. Bloody hell, I forgot my keys. So a couple weeks ago, I locked myself out of my apartment. Bloody hell, I locked myself out and had to call a locksmith. And bloody hell, he charged me 100 euros, and he didn't even have to do much. He just slid this paint peeling thing in between the door and the jamb, and it opened. Bloody hell. All right. So it's an exclamation of surprise or frustration. Bloody hell. All right. And Americans might say, oh my God, OMG, or what the heck. Okay, OMG, what the heck, bloody hell. It's all the same thing. It's an exclamation of surprise or frustration. So which one do you prefer? Bloody hell or OMG? They both sound good to me. Now, while it's common, like I said, Gordon Ramsay uses it. Lisa Vanderpump, who is so posh, also uses it. But just a word of warning here, it's considered mildly rude. Mildly rude. So use it carefully. Be careful who you say it to. Okay. Mildly rude. Warning, warning. I've warned you. All right. And number 6 on my list is cheeky. Ooh. So what does cheeky mean? It means playful or a little naughty in a fun way. She's kind of cheeky. She's playful. She's a little naughty. Oh, that was a cheeky comment. It was a playful, naughty, maybe even a little flirtatious. It's a fun way. Okay. So Americans don't actually have a direct equivalent for cheeky, or maybe you know what? Or what would you say in your language if you wanted to say someone was a bit cheeky, or they made a cheeky comment, like they made a playful comment, a little naughty comment? It was fun. It wasn't rude or offensive, okay? But it's such a cute little phrase. So what's the cheekiest thing you've ever done? Playful, little naughty, in a fun way? Yeah, do share in the comments. Let me know. And number 7 on today's list is dodgy. Oh, we use this in South Africa all the time because everything is dodgy. I hope the South African government isn't watching this video, because if they are, I'm probably going to get into trouble. But things are dodgy in South Africa, really dodgy. So what does dodgy mean? Suspicious, unreliable. The electricity is dodgy. They have power cuts all the time. And you know what? Recently, Milan has become a bit dodgy. There are a couple dodgy people hanging around. suspicious people. Even in Monte Napoleone, which I love, it's the best shopping street in the world, but there are some dodgy characters hanging around, and that means they're suspicious, okay? But I said we can also say, use it for unreliable. So, ooh, that car looks dodgy. Are you sure it's safe? So it looks unreliable. So maybe it's got some parts missing, okay? So that car looks dodgy, okay? So but it looks unreliable. So you have your doubts about it, all right? And I'm just wondering, is that why Elon Musk called his cryptocurrency Dodge? Interesting. By the way, he's also from South Africa. Yeah, just a fun fact there. So dodgy, suspicious, unreliable. What would Americans say? They would say sketchy. Okay, so dodgy, sketchy. And number 8 on the list is, ooh, take the Mickey. Okay, you're taking the Mickey out of me. So what does it mean if I say you're taking the Mickey out of me? It's got nothing to do with Mickey Mouse. Okay, so it means teasing or making fun of someone. So, oh, don't get upset. I'm just taking the Mickey out of you. Okay, why am I taking the Mickey out of you? Because you said that you like pineapple on pizza. Okay, so I'm teasing you. I'm making fun of you. Okay, if I say, you're such a peasant. Okay, and you're a good friend of mine. I'm just teasing you. I'm taking the Mickey out of you. Don't put pineapple on pizza. Like, what are you? Okay, so I'm just taking the Mickey. I'm teasing you. I'm making fun of you. And if I'm teasing you, you know, I like you a lot. That's what we do, though. If we really like people, we tease them. We're very affectionate. Teasing is a sign of affection. So if I'm taking the Mickey, then out of you, that means I like you. It means I feel very comfortable with you. Taking the Mickey, okay? And that's what Brits and South Africans say, taking the Mickey. Americans might say messing with or teasing, okay? So you're just messing with me, aren't you? You're just taking the Mickey out of me, aren't you? So if I want to ask you, are you teasing me? I would say, are you taking the Mickey out of me? And if you heard that, you would, for the first time, and you hadn't watched this video, you would be like, bloody hell, what are they talking about? Taking the Mickey out of me? Who is Mickey? And this just sounds sketchy. It sounds, ooh, dodgy. Yeah? Okay. Well, now you know. Taking the Mickey out of someone means messing with someone. It means teasing someone. Number 9 on the list is Wicked, and Wicked is excellent, cool. It's a positive thing. That movie was wicked. Oh, that dress is wicked. And Americans might just say awesome or cool. And in the US, well, in English, wicked can also mean evil, but in the US it has a completely different vibe. But wicked is bad. Yeah, even in British English, wicked means evil. But wicked also means excellent or cool. So if you're confused, well, join the club. So am I. And how do you understand what the meaning is? By listening to the full conversation, the full sentence. Take it in context. So you can't just think of the word wicked on its own. Wicked is evil, it's bad, it's excellent, it's cool. Which one is it? Well, what's the sentence, right? What's the sentence? So always in context. And bangers and mash. Oh gosh, I love mashed potato and I love cottage pie. Do you? So bangers and mash would be sausages and mashed potatoes. This is a classic British dish. Bangers and mash, oh, and baked beans. Oh, I just love all three. So we had bangers and mash for dinner last night. That means that they had sausages and mashed potatoes for dinner. So while this is not technically slang, it's essential for understanding British culture, fish and chips, bangers and mash. Now, before you run away, let's see how much you've learned, okay? Are you ready for a quick quiz? So what does knackered mean? Does it mean excited, tired, or angry? A, excited, B, tired, C, angry. Knackered. Knackered means A, excited, B, tired, or C, angry. And if you said B, tired, extremely tired, exhausted, fantastic, right? And number 2, which phrase means would you like tea? A, chuffed, B, fancy a cuppa, or C, taking the mickey? Yeah, this one's easy. It's fancy a cuppa, right? And what's the American equivalent of dodgy? Is it A, amazing, B, sketchy, or C, rude? And we're going to go with B again. Dodgy, sketchy. Yep. All right. So, I almost forgot. I promised you, didn't I? A surprising fun fact about me. So I'm talking about British slang. I'm South African. We use British English, and we spoke about all of these traditions. And I said I went to the Beverly Hills, not the Beverly Hills Hotel, the Oyster Box Hotel. Their high tea is actually better than the Beverly Hills. And something I need to confess is that I don't drink tea the traditional way. So the traditional British way is milk and sugar, but I don't drink it the traditional way. So yeah, that's right. No milk, no sugar, just plain tea. And because I'm South African, we have rooibos tea, and that would taste awful with milk, wouldn't it? So I'm a huge fan of rooibos tea, green tea, also flavored teas. So I found a beautiful Italian almond actually when I went for the high tea. So yeah, I just drink my tea without milk, no sugar, just plain tea. I know, bloody hell. All right, so are you a tea person or are you a coffee person? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for today's video. So we've explored 10 fun British slang phrases. I've tried to give you the American equivalent. I'd like to know which phrase was your favorite. And do you think that British slang is cooler than American slang? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this with your friends. I think it's a fun video that really does help you to understand British English, American English, Netflix, especially when you've got all of those, American sitcoms and so on, because a lot of the meaning is lost when you don't understand the context. So that's it for me. I'm Nas, native English speaker, CELTA certified. Yes, I was born in South Africa and I use British English, but I'm now based in Antalya in Turkey. But thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you loved it and see you soon. Ciao.